Good morning. Pre-market, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2/28/2020. Dow Jones pre-market futures have come up off of their lows and whatnot. So we did get down, believe it or not. We were way down there, 24,875. And it's a Friday and it's February. And so the futures remain very volatile. The Dow is down over 3,200 points this week in the last four trading days. We've had a capitulation. Markets are getting ready to put a bottom in next week. There's no reason to hold stock overnight over the weekend. There's going to be all kinds of news that's going to come out. Our technical indicators are showing us that when we are at levels at a bottom, you can never time them, but we do know how they turn and what a big trade it will be. And we're really looking for that trade next week and what the sentiment is and whatnot, how oversold we are. We are no longer in that bull market. That bull market that they had, that little October 19 rally up off of those lows that went into these highs, what the biggest reversal ever in U.S. history. And we told everyone pre-market right now. Futures, they're talking about a federal rate cut now. The Fed cannot buy you out of an epidemic. The Fed can put money in the system, but it doesn't matter if things are locked up moving forward. So what? That's the world we live in, and that's the sentiment that we are dealing with. Right now, what we are saying is in our option market pit, now is the time to get ready to make these big moves up off of the lows. We test those weekly moving averages next week on the bottoms, and it's a Friday. They do try to put bottoms in on Friday. We've been involved in a few different times, and the futures have been roller coaster, as you can see with all of our traders. The moves, if you do buy and you are trading options on the call side, you will have to be a seller into resistance. We have weekly sell signals on everything now. This is not bull market no longer. This is bear market. And you're going to have to make changes, and you're going to have to get risk management training, and you're going to have to get option management training. You're going to have to get all of these various different things that are going to happen for you right now. And the world has changed significantly, and corporate earnings, and I can go on. But what's important is that you can get protected, and we do care about you, and we do care about what you're doing, and we do care about your trading capital, and we do care about providing you with great opportunities that we can provide you. Look, if we test those moving averages this morning, we're gonna and we do, then we'll look and say, oh, maybe it's coming right now. But we haven't tested those moving averages that I'm talking about, which is still, another 70, 80 handles below the current S&P value. Let's go ahead and move on in pre-market. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ futures right here, and it's an hourly chart. We can see the NASDAQ 100 futures have come up off of their bottom, talking about a federal rate cut, the biggest down move ever that this has seen in a very short time. That's what this looks like. So this is definitely the bottom in the NASDAQ 100 futures. When you take a look at the S&P, which is right here, pre-market, same hourly chart, came up off of the bottom, been very volatile. We're extremely oversold. This is what it's going to look like going into the opening bell. So do not get caught. Do not get caught holding something in a reversal. Now, when you're using options, we know what to do with that, and you can control your risk, and we'll help you do that. So, we've covered pre market futures. It's Friday, it's going into the weekend. There are key technical levels that we are at that we don't see very often, very rarely. And we are reaching those indicators down there on those bottoms. And like I said, it's going to be moment by moment, minute by minute, and we're going to keep going with what we're doing, and we're going to keep managing that risk. And when that bottom does hit, it's going to be one big short cover rally off of the bottom, and you're going to be in it. And we hope that you get in the free 5 day trial. We hope that you can understand the futures market. We can teach you how to get those options, how to do the risk management. We can take you between this very day for many years forward. Pre market futures, update, weekend, bear market material, extremely oversold, indicators, multi year lows that are setting up for a bounce, but I don't think it comes until next week. It's tradable.